The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, brothers and sisters united in promoting human rights, protecting individual liberty, and providing hope for all who toil. Born fighting for justice on the job, our brains, backbone, and bravery helped to power the North American labor movement. The fighting machinists have always manned the front lines, demanding workers' rights, defending workers' dignity, and improving workers' lives. It's been a long march for the labor movement. Our trade union forebears suffered through many dark days. One of the darkest days was March 25, 1911, at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, where abusive working conditions and complete disregard for employee health and worker safety extinguished the lives of many hard-working men and women. But out of these ashes, a spark of universal outrage arose, igniting a firestorm of protest that not only galvanized trade unionists, but forged a bond of solidarity among the entire working class. That unity powered a tidal wave of change that swept away many of the injustices suffocating the lives of workers and left hope and opportunity for millions in its wake. But today, when a company's flagrant disregard for workers' safety again takes the lives of workers, it hardly makes a ripple in today's 24-hour news stream. An explosion of corporate greed has ignited a global inferno of exploitation. And those universal workers' rights, seemingly won a century ago in North America, are now under attack all across the planet. In country after country, workers are literally fighting for their very lives. Today, ours is a world where too few have far too much and too many have far too little. Where wanton profiteering ravages our environment and unbridled greed continues to inflict horrible injuries and spread preventable diseases. Everywhere you turn, humanity appears beset by armed confrontation, torn by social upheaval, divided by political strife. In this tempest of seemingly universal discord, the obstacles to expanding civil liberty and ensuring economic justice for all people can seem insurmountable. But when you look at the world from space, you see no vast gulfs or high walls dividing people from people. Every day, new communication technologies bring men and nations closer together, making it ever more apparent that the concerns of one inevitably become the concerns of all. This looming battle for justice will be long and hard, but we must take heart because we are not alone. At this very moment, millions of workers are standing up for their rights. Now is the time to unite, to magnify the power of organized labor, and project our strength on a global scale to build a worldwide society where justice and dignity flow from honest work. Successfully seizing this opportunity will take bold action, a program designed to project the strength of organized labor on a global scale. A strategic plan that observes our world through a new 21st century prism. A vision that focuses our energy on adapting to ever-changing international challenges. An operation that magnifies the power of organized labor by encouraging our members to stand up and banish the notion that individuals are powerless to fight global misery, ignorance, and injustice. Ours must be a triumph of courage over timidity, a victory of innovation and imagination over the shop-worn methods of the past. We must try untested remedies and not be afraid to fail, because only those who dare to fall ever reach the mountaintop. The machinists who have gone before us understood that, and we count our blessings because they fought so hard for the benefits we enjoy today. So sitting on the sidelines is not an option. That dishonors them and diminishes us. It is our turn to extend a hand, to provide the hope our brothers and sisters around the world need so desperately. They may hail from different nations, be shaped by different cultures, and practice different customs. But make no mistake, we are all in this together.
We must never forget that in a race to the bottom, there are no winners. Each day that goes by is narrowing the gap between our union workplaces and the unmitigated agony far too many workers call a job. If we stand aside, their world of torment could quickly become ours. A plague of human rights violations, worker abuse, environmental destruction, and the scourge of preventable diseases are ravaging the planet like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. If we don't act, it won't be long until those four horsemen from hell come riding down on us. By extending our hand to exploited workers around the globe, we protect ourselves from exploitation. By promoting their rights, we're protecting ours. By raising their living standards and improving their working conditions, we're securing our own.
Our future is tied to the future of workers everywhere. The hope they desperately need resides in all of us. When we summon the courage to do our small part, each of us contributes a drop of that hope. When we all contribute, those drops of hope combine to form a torrent, a rushing river of change that as it rises will begin lifting the spirits and the living standards of people in all corners of the world. Many of the seismic events that have moved humanity forward were the result of one person taking a stand. An observation immortalized by the words of Robert Kennedy.
It is from numberless diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy, and daring those ripples to build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.
Today, the fighting machinists begin writing the next chapter in the history of this great union. By taking a stand, by accepting the global challenge, by providing hope for all who toil.